Hello and welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our eBay store. So today we're going to be reviewing the Corazon Grandline Men Volume 22 DXF Banpresto figure. That's a mouthful. And this, of course, is one of the main lines that Banpresto releases, the Grandline Men. There's also been some spin-offs like the Grandline Lady, Grandline Ships, Grandline Vehicles, all that sort of thing. But they all sort of come in a similar designed package. And the Grandline Men themselves has been a very long running series, and there's been lots of great figures released in this line. The figures themselves tend to be, I guess, sort of making figures sort of for the sake of making figures, just having a figurine of that character, as opposed to, say, the S-Cultures line or the Colosseum line, where they tend to be in more dramatic poses and that sort of thing. But usually with these figures, they'll sort of be just sort of standard, figures just sort of like standing in a place or whatever. So these figures are obviously with the new sort of story arc, which is the Doflamingo story arc, which has actually been going for a very long time. I'm sort of keen for it to finish, to be honest. And of course we have Trafalgar Law and Trafalgar Corazon. And I was actually, when we listed this figure, I honestly didn't think we would sell too many, because one, Corazon was only shown quite recently. So unless you've watched One Piece like pretty much right up to the current episode, Corazon probably appeared a month or two ago now in Japan, but you really need to be up to date with the One Piece story to know who Corazon is. And the second reason is, in my opinion, is he's not a particularly cool looking character. And Trafalgar Law even sort of teases him a little bit in the show about his ability and that sort of stuff. So, I mean, he almost looks like a drag queen, in my opinion. Not that I got anything against drag queens, but, he doesn't exactly look like a cool pirate, in my opinion. But I guess neither does Doflamingo, and he's pretty cool as well. But this figure actually, I think, we sold more figures of this on pre-order than we have of any other character of any other series. So we had massive demand for it. And I think the reason, and this is a spoiler alert, so cover your ears for the next 10 seconds if you haven't watched One Piece, is Corazon in fact dies in the series. And I've noticed that usually when a character dies in a series, they become very popular. And Ace is a classic example of that. Welcome back if your ears are now uncovered. So let's have a look at the figure. So it comes in 4 pieces. So one is the black base, which pretty much all of the Grandline Men figures come on. And then we have the figure itself, and you'll notice the pins are in the feet. And that's the body. You'll notice he's holding a cigarette, which there's not too many countries that would allow figurines holding cigarettes, I reckon, but there you go. And then we have the head. This is the head. I'm not sure why he has this theme of hearts. Like, you can see there's hearts on his hat and his shirt and that sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure why that is. But anyway. And you'll notice that his body is like on a very big angle, which is why it sort of looks so big, that sort of pin to go into the body, to click into the body. And then, of course, his cape. Now, I didn't actually realise this until I opened it, but you can display him with or without the cape, so that's pretty cool. So it's quite heavy too, actually. So, yeah. So unfortunately we can't open these because they've all got to go out to customers, because we only just got shipment today. So I'm going to be quite interested how much that weighs when we go to send it. So yeah, in terms of the height of the figure is pretty high actually. Like you can see here, even without the head, It's about 150 millimeters, which is about 6 inches. And then, you know, if you look at the head as well, the head's about another 1.5 or 30 millimeters. So it's about 180 millimeters and about 7.5 inches. So it's pretty big. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Trafalgar Law to review, but this is what he looks like. So there's been quite a few Trafalgar Laws released in both the Grandline men's series and other series, but that's what he looks like. So anyway, I think it's a pretty cool figure. I really like how the cape can be sort of displayed or taken off. I think he'd look much better with it, obviously, but you know, it's pretty good quality. I don't really sort of have any kind of suggested improvements for this figure. I think it sort of ticks the box, and yeah, I guess that's why it's been popular. So that's the Banpresto Corazon Volume 22 Grandline Men figure by Banpresto, and there will be a link in the description of this video for the item page on eBay. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.